Hello everyone, it's Olivia Page with Oracle by Olivia, and I am bringing forth this message. So I was chatting with my friend and mentor, Rachel Chamness from soundwavesheal.com, and I was telling her about this really deep thought that I was having, and through our discussion we decided that was a message that came through. And so it's a message from spirit. It's a message from spirit, from the universe, and the message was that when humans, or when beings first incarnated on Earth, this is a millennia ago, a long time ago, that they were not in third dimensional bodies, that they were here in fifth, sixth, and seventh dimensional bodies, which is still a type of physical form, but it's not as dense as our third dimensional form, and it's more of a light body. It's a lighter body. It's more expansive. Your energy can be more expansive in these fifth, sixth, seventh dimensional bodies. And so we started this out that way on this planet, and we transformed into our third dimensional bodies and in the third dimensional reality that we are living in now. And that happened through programming that we got. So when you do work as a psychic medium, you get channeled messages from these other beings, whether it's a loved one that's crossed over, or if you're connecting with higher vibrational beings like angels or archangels, ascended masters, galactic beings, elementals, whatever. You're channeling that message. And so it kind of started like that. So the lower vibrational energies or entities or beings were able to program us into believing that we were third dimensional, that they were able to program us to believe that there should be poor people and people who are suffering, and there should be this division between classes of people and races of people, that there should be war and poverty and sickness. And this was all programming that came in down to unfortunately to get us into these third dimensional forms so that we were easier to control, because now we were believing things that maybe weren't really true. We are taught that sickness is something that we create ourselves, that we are sick because of our thoughts and feelings. Now, where we are at now, I believe there is definitely a mind and body connection, and that there is truth to that now. But that wasn't always a truth. That wasn't always a truth. We didn't make ourselves sick. And so maybe people were hurt and sick, and things were hard or scary or troublesome, and or maybe they caused us, these lower vibrational energies caused us to feel sick, but then we were told, oh, well, it's because of your thinking and your feelings, and so because of that you're sick, and because of X, Y, and Z, there always has to be poverty and suffering and conflict. And so this was all programming. So when beings first came to Earth, this stuff wasn't true. It wasn't true that we made ourselves sick. It wasn't true that there had to be division and that there had to be conflict and there had to be segregation between classes of people or races of people, because we were equal and we were unified. And because of this lower vibrational programming that unfortunately we decide to take on as our own, it's brought us to where we are now. So this programming has been going on for, these thousands of years. And now we're here where we're at. And because I start thinking about, like, why, if we leave our body and we cross over properly into the higher dimensions, why the hell would we choose to come back here, knowing that we are going to be so disconnected from source and spirit and our memories and at soul level. Why would we choose that? And that's because it was like this co-creative process that we got to where we are. So they tried to infiltrate us, the lower vibrational energies tried to infiltrate us, and we let it happen, right? We let it have that control over us. We let it take away parts of our free will, and we created where we are now. And so because we know that, we want to come back because we want to try to undo all that. And so now we're finally at this point where we have enough people that understand that life doesn't have to be the way it's been for so long. And we have enough people who desire to live in peace and harmony and love and have compassion and understanding for one another and have equal opportunity, true equal opportunity, and to be able to live your life from your passions and to live a good life and an abundant life, regardless of your age, color, sex, or creed, or any other thing that might make you different from somebody else. And so we decided we're going to come back to try to help. And now we're at this point, those of us that are here and choosing to stay and be a part of this, we are helping from this side of things, from the third dimensional side of things, to help undo all of this programming. So we have to undo the programming in our head that we're third dimensional beings. Instead, we have to tell ourselves that I'm not a third dimensional being. I'm a sixth dimensional being. I'm a seventh dimensional being. And so we have to undo all that programming. There doesn't need to be war. There can be peace. There can be peace between everyone. There can be equal opportunity, equality between everyone. We don't need to be fighting. So we are undoing this programming. And it's like we have to reprogram ourselves to believe that the new dawn is coming, the new age, the new earth is coming, and we have to believe that, and more people have to wake up to that. And also I make myself sick, like, as we peel back these layers, as we start unraveling these limiting beliefs that we have been tied to for so long, then we will start to create our light body. We will start to let go of these limiting beliefs of I make myself sick, I make myself poor, I make myself weak. And so it's a much bigger scale. So have you ever been really sad and maybe depressed, and And so then you have to kind of rewire your brain to get yourself out of that depression. Well, that's kind of what we're doing on a much larger scale, with everything down to, our health and wellness, and even our body that we have is, thinking that we're third dimensional, we have to be this dense body, that we don't have access to our soul memories. We don't have as much access to source energy. That's part of the programming too, is this programming of that we don't have the right, that only special people are able to communicate with spirit. And actually what the programming really created was that anyone who does communicate with spirit or higher vibrational beings, well, they are bad because they're crazy and it's not real. So we've been conditioned to believe that too. We saw that in the Salem witch trials. So this has all been programming. So we want to undo this programming and write new programming for ourselves, rewire that. It's going to be hard, right? To be like, how can you tell me I'm sixth dimensional when I can feel my third dimensional being? Because it's going to take the collective to continue to propel this forward, to undo these, because this isn't just your limiting belief. This is a collective limiting belief, and we have to release these collective limiting beliefs together. And so that's why I'm saying, like, there are more of us now that are going to be willing to do this, who want the same, like the new earth and the new way of existing, the new way of being, having a new lifestyle. So we just have to remember to be there for each other, and that by listening to this message, that it's going to help unweave those limiting beliefs, and that we're going to get through this, and it's going to be okay. And we're going through a major transformation as a collective, and it's a really amazing time to be alive, to think about the past lives that you've had here on earth, and the kind of lives that you've lived in these past lives, and to be here now, to be incarnated again now, to help this transformation and create this transformation. It's pretty amazing, right? That we lived through all that bullshit. We lived through, some of us lived through from the beginning of when we first came here to being programmed to believing who we are now, and now we get to live through undoing all of that. So believe that you are a high vibrational being, because you came from high vibration. You still are high vibration, and we all deserve love and abundance and equality and compassion and understanding. And so just believe that in your heart of hearts, and be there for one another, and love each other, and be kind, and give each other a hug, and yeah, it's going to be okay, and we're going to get through this. So that's the message that I have for you all, and you all have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you again soon sometime. Bye. Oh, and you should check out Rachel Chamness at soundwavesheal.com. She teaches a lot of really awesome stuff, and she has this really awesome tag VIP group. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. You get to learn a lot and get a lot of energy upgrades, which will be very important for the coming transformation, going through the transformation. All right, bye. Okay, so I just thought of, or something else came to me when I finished that, the first part of that message. Okay, so I've been wondering about these past lives, about the effect that they have on us, and whether or not it's really important to be releasing these past lives. And it is important, and it is important because that is going to be part of the unraveling of these limiting beliefs so that we can create our light body. Because these past lives, the part of the attachment of these past lives are the limiting beliefs that are attached with it, the beliefs that they create for us individually, the limiting beliefs that they create as a collective. And so Spirit for a while has been really telling me, like, the importance of releasing the past lives and releasing ancestral wounds and healing those. And the reason it's important is to unravel these limiting beliefs that we have individually and as a collective. So that's why releasing the past lives is important. So I just wanted to say that really quick, and let you know that that is important work to do. It is important to go to someone, to go to a healer, and get that get those past lives released from you, and so you can start rewriting new beliefs for yourself. So find someone you can work with. I do that kind of work, and Rachel Chamness does that kind of work, where we can release past lives for you. All right, that hopefully is the rest of this message. All right, bye.